Howdy, howdy, happy new comic book Wednesday. I've got quite a bit here, even though it was a lighter week, only about that many new books. I got quite a bit from a couple consignments that came in that had some legendary things that I needed, including a signed #1. Now, I will show that to you in just a few minutes, but first let's go through everything that we're gonna do. If you want to see more comic content, like and subscribe and let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know what you're reading. Let's get into what I'm reading, starting with the trades. Then we'll go into what I bought from consignment and collection sales. And then we'll go into what was in my pull box this week. So we'll start off again by giving Junkyard Joe a salute, giving Yaira a high five, and making sure my tripod doesn't fall here. There we go. And I'm gonna give my camera a little quick wipe. There we go. Is that better? We are totally professional here. Let's start with some trades. This one actually came out last week, but my shop got it in this week. Superman Birthright, I hear it's good. It's Mark Waid, which I enjoy. I know not many people enjoy the man, and I don't even know the man or follow him on Twitter, but I like what he does in comic books. I hear this is mostly essential reading, so I went ahead and got that. I don't get all of the compact comics, but I get the ones that are recommended usually by Thinking Critical or books that I've just heard throughout the year. And then I got The Authority, Warren Ellis. I believe this is one that Thinking Critical said was a good one. So $10, you just can't go wrong. I love it is that thinner newspaper print, which I think just brings out the inking, the darkness of the ink, and it just looks so good. And I mean, $10, oh man, that's like a Marvel intro. Well, what it should be. Now it's all movies and videos. But and then the last trade I got, slowly building out my Radiant Black collection. I got this one. Even though I have another, I started the other ones because this is the Supermassive collection, and it's the #1. I don't know if there's a #2, but it was the only one they had in the comic shop. So I went ahead and grabbed it up because I don't want someone else to get it, and then I got to find it online. So I went ahead and got this one. Not going to read it for a bit because I believe you need to read the first few volumes of Radiant Black. So this will just hang out on my shelf until I'm ready to read it. And then also off the shelf, because I was organizing my collection, for some reason, I am missing this Nemesis Rogues Gallery #1. I don't know why. I was cleaning out some of my long box. I have all my current collections from Independence in a long box. And as it gets full, I take out completed miniseries and I put them in a different long box because that long box is we'll revisit someday, we'll reread, just not anytime soon. And I pulled out Nemesis Rogues Gallery to file away or archive, but I was missing #1. I have no idea where the #1 is, but thankfully my LCS had an extra #1. So I went ahead and grabbed that up. So I have the full mini run here. And going into collections, I am super excited for these two. If you are new to the channel, I collect Artgerm. I am a casual collector. I'm not hardcore. The most hardcore book I have just one of is a 1 in 500 Spider-Woman cover. I'll show you my Artgerm collection someday on the channel. But I got this virgin or non-trade dress, or I believe Artgerm Studio calls it True Art, which is no trade dress. I do have the trade dress Phoenix signed by Artgerm, one of my 2 signed books. But this one came through my LCS and I had to get it. Because even though I have the trade dress version and signed, you got the full art right there. It's just very good. And this other one, I do only primarily collect Artgerm Marvel, but I am also a huge fan of the Gun Honey series. So we got the Artgerm Virgin variant here of Heat Seeker, I believe Combustion. I didn't even know this was Artgerm when I started reading the series. So, you know, it came through my LCS. I'm not searching it out, but if it comes through my LCS, I'm going to get the Gun Honey or Heat Seeker Artgerm covers. So I'm very excited to have these two to add to the Artgerm collection and maybe one day get him to sign it if he ever comes through Texas again. I missed him the last time he was here. A couple of collections that came in. This was kind of an impulse buy. I think it was only $2. This is What If Wolverine Fought Conan. What If books, I enjoy the What If books for what they are, especially the older ones, and I'm really enjoying Conan. Wolverine, probably one of my favorite X-Men. I'm not a huge X-Men fan, but Wolverine I enjoy. So this just seemed really cool. I'm just not gonna lie. So I was like, yeah, I'll get that. That sounds like a good reading, maybe for a rainy day. And then we also had a collection come in that had a lot of Punishers. So I will go through those in a second, but first let me show you, I think I had couple more random books here without showing off the one that I'm super excited for that I'll show you last. Here we go. I picked up a Spider-Boy number 2. I want to get all the singles. I started reading Spider-Boy with issue 12, and I have issue 1, and I have, of course, 12 through 20. So I need 2 through 11. And this is the 2 that came inside of a collection. It is a variant, but it's a number 2, so I'll take it. The other one is Iron Lantern, Amalgam verse. I was surprised this was so cheap. I thought these were supposed to be more expensive, but I think I got it for $3, $2 or $3. I would love to have the big omnibus of the Amalgam verse, and maybe someday I'll be able to afford it on resale. But apparently it was printed right before I got back into comics. Hard to find now. They're probably never going to print it again. So I figured, hey, if the singles come across my LCS, I'll go ahead and grab it. And so I got Iron Lantern, which I'm assuming is a combination of Iron Man and Green Lantern. I'll read this, enjoy it, put it away, and I'll just grab them. Is there a really expensive Amalgamverse book? My understanding is these are hard to find. So I was super surprised that, again, it was even under $5. I'd be surprised. But anyway, so I'll be looking out for those. And if you have a collection, let me know, and I might consider buying it. All right, let's look at the Punishers. And this is super interesting because you can see they're bagged and boarded, but the way they are bagged and boarded is hilarious. They put them in gallon bags. And so we've got several Punisher. I think most of these are Punisher. There is a Warzone in here. But, I collect Mike Barron and Chuck Dixon Punisher. Again, anytime they come through our shop, I make sure to get it. And then maybe if I have a good month, I'll maybe get something on eBay. But this is Punisher. So we got number 29, filling in some gaps here. We got number 28 with Dr. Doom. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Some of these are boarded too, and some of them are not, which I find interesting. And number 31, Biker Bloodbath. I think I heard this one was good. Also, my LCS recommended, doesn't matter how they got them in there, but she recommended instead of pulling it out to actually just cut the plastic and then pull it out that way, so you don't rub anything against the zipper here, which I was like, oh, that's a good idea. I'm glad she told me that. And then also, I believe there was a full run of the Jigsaw run. So I don't know if it's his first appearance, but it's the first big arc. Yeah, here's part 1 of whatever that number is. So we got issue 35, issue 36, right there. Issue 37, this is the one that's pretty, when you mention Jigsaw, a lot of people think of this cover, which is really nice. 37's not in here. I don't know if I already had it. I have a feeling I already had it. But 37's not in here, but I got 38. And what I did was I'd put all of my Punisher collection into League of Comic Geeks. So whenever she's doing the sales, I can just pull up my Comic Geeks and I can see what I have without having to go dig in the short box. We got number 40. I love that little Commando Vietnam Punisher tattoo almost on his chest there. And we got number 3, and I'm super excited to have this one. I think she gave me a deal on it because I don't think I paid $11. I said 11, but I don't think I paid 11 for it. This one's number 3. So now I have the first 6 issues. I don't know if that's the first arc or not, but I got the first 6 issues. Very excited for that. And this one is in the Ziploc bag, but it does have a board, which is funny. And number 51, and then I'll show you the one I'm super excited for. Right there. And now, I can't believe this, guys. Look at this. Punisher Warzone, that iconic cover. All right. In the Ziploc bag, not boarded, but what do you see right there? John Romita Jr. signature. Of course, as you can expect with a comic that comes in a Ziploc bag, no COA, but I'm okay with that. Again, I'm just collecting for the completion. The signature is really a bonus for me. And who knows, maybe we'll open it up and there's a COA inside, but I am very surprised that I was able to grab this, and at such a good price. John Romita Jr.'s signature is very underpriced, if going off of what this was for sale is any indicator of. So very excited for that. Not only a number 1, So now I have the Punisher #1, which I got in another video. I'll put it up here. You can see me show that one off from last week. But I also got a signed Punisher #1. Super excited for that. All right, let's go into this week's reads. You can see I don't have too thick of a pile. It was kind of a light week. I heard several people say not a lot of releases this week. Daredevil #23. I'm actually enjoying this, the sort of Last of Us Cordyceps arc. It seemed to end with the last issue, and the last issue was so horribly written. It was so, not even cheesy, it was cringy. But I'm gonna finish the arc, and I really enjoyed the art and the narration of this arc. But man, what is it? Saladin Ahmed, he really biffed the villain incel narration last month. I mean, it was just terrible. So hopefully this will come back and whatever, but again, it might just be one of those things where like, I want to like the character, I want to like where it's going, but they're just dropping the ball, not really caring for that. We also got Fantastic Four #50, Facsimile. I am super excited for this. I talked all about on my comic review, What You Reading, which I'll link up here. I talked all about Fantastic Four facsimiles and just how much I'm enjoying them. But especially this Galactus arc, I did not think I would enjoy them. In fact, I was even talking about it at the LCS today. So super excited to finish the arc, classic cover here. And, some facsimiles I read and I'm like, okay, that was nice. That was fun. That was an enjoyable read. This one, I'm actually like, what's going to happen next? So I'm excited to read that. Ultimate Wolverine, I'm liking. I know a lot of commenters and critics are not enjoying it, but I am enjoying it. To me, every issue is like a boss fight, or it's like an action set piece in a video game. It's over the top, it's crazy. Now we've got Ultimate Magic stabbing with her soul sword through Logan. Last issue was a little bit slow because it was more narration heavy with Legion or Ultimate Legion, but I'm still really enjoying it. Who wrote this? Chris Condon. I'm enjoying what he's doing here. So kudos to that. Really enjoying that. And then Zdarsky, Captain America. I know a lot of people are what's the opposite of bullish? They are not looking forward to this. I mean, first of all, Canadian writing Captain America. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, even if I'm a fan, American Texan, I gotta say, why get a Canadian to write Captain America? Okay, gotta say that. But based on how he wrote Cap, and granted it was old Cap, but Zdarsky wrote Avengers Twilight last year, and I thought he did a really good job writing Cap, especially that old rugged Cap. I really enjoyed what he did there. Now, that said, I very much prefer Zdarsky on his indie work. His Daredevil was good. I thought it was good. Definitely not as good as Miller or who's the other? I can't think of the name off the top of my head. Terrible. So I guess not. But I did like his Daredevil. But again, his Batman was just awful. Did not like. I mean, I put it on my pull box and I immediately pulled it off. It was just not good. But I do think he can do Captain America. And based on his interview in the Z-Mag, his little publication magazine that he puts out for promos, he did an interview in there about Captain America. It was called Chip on Chip. It's like him interviewing himself. It was really cheesy, but entertaining. He kind of gave a little bit of hints of what the story is. It's a flashback story or a story that takes place in the past. And it was interesting. It was intriguing. It is more Dr. Doom, which I think some people are getting Doom fatigue, but I'm not. I'm still all in on Doom. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be good. I think I'm going to give it at least 3 issues. It's not going to be like his Batman where I read 1 issue and I was like, this is terrible, unsubscribe, please get this off of my pull box. I regret even getting it. This one I have higher hopes for, so I will probably give it at least 3 issues unless he just completely biffs it and becomes another Hail Hydra situation. But I don't think that's going to happen, but also famous last words. All right, going on to DC, just a couple books here. Teen Titans Go. This is just pure enjoyableness. This is like you wake up with your kid on Saturday morning and you watch cartoons and you find yourself watching right alongside them and like wondering what's going to happen. This is totally, it's for kids because it's kind of silly, but so many of the jokes you only get if you're a comic fan or you only get if you're a superhero fan. So there's something in here for everyone. But I am super, super enjoying it. And this is one that I started reading because I was like, oh, that's funny. Let me get another one. And then and now it's like, I actually look forward to reading this. This will be the first DC book I read this week because it's so good. And speaking of, we also got Justice League Godzilla vs. Kong, or Justice League versus Godzilla vs. Kong 2. You know, I was thinking about it more, and the thing that I like about this is that Godzilla and Kong and the monsters, while they are kind of the reason for the series, it's really almost a backdrop to what's going on in the characters' lives, which is very Marvelian, if I can use that word. It's a very Marvel style of writing for DC, which is not normal, I think. Where, you know, the first series was about Superman's marriage, well, actually proposal, getting interrupted, and then they got to figure out these monsters, and then Lois has to deal with a dying or dead Superman. And it was very interesting that the monster battles were really kind of like Godzilla -1. The real drama and conflict was between the characters, the humans, and the fights, the kaiju, were really just set pieces and interruptions and kind of twists and turns among the human story. And so I really, really enjoyed that. And again, I'm not a comic book guy, so I'm sorry, I'm not a comic book critique. I'm just a reader. So you'll hear me say, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was cool. The art was awesome. I'm a super simple man, right? American Texan, okay? And so we're having a lot of the same setup in the second one. So I'm not gonna spoil it just yet, but let me just say it's still very human, which I really, really like. Now, I am a little hesitant because we got Peacemaker and Harley Quinn, two people who are kind of Deadpooled or Flanderized, where they just become parodies of themselves, copies of a copy of a copy, and they just haven't been written well. The recent Peacemaker Vigilante special was just, I did not like it. I don't see what people will see in it. And of course, Harley hasn't been any good for a decade. She's just a clown. She's wearing clown face, I guess. I don't know. So we also got Captain Cold, and I can't tell who that is. That Boomerang? So maybe we'll have some Suicide Squad. Not sure who that is either. Maybe is that Mary, the Shazam girl? I don't remember her superhero name. But yeah, anyways, I think it'll be fun. This is, again, just kind of a popcorn, sit back, Pacific Rim type of movie. Just turn off your brain and enjoy the story. And final book of the week is the only indie. Usually indies are the ones that I have the most of, but we got Sisterhood, which is a Hyde Street special. So we've got, not sure what this one's about, but this is actually the C cover. I don't remember what was on the A cover. I think it was something gross, and I was like, I don't want that. I don't want that cover. So I got the C cover, which is this girl drowning at a party. So not sure what this is, but I think it's introducing another resident of Hyde Street. I think her name is Sisterhood, which I think is, the names and characters are so great. So I'm very excited for this. I think I'm actually going to read all these books today and tomorrow, and then spend some time on some back issues. But we're also got the holiday coming up. God bless America. So maybe I won't even read that much over the weekend. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Actually, the books that I'm most looking forward to, you know, I don't think there's anything I'm most looking forward to. I would say I'm most looking forward to Sisterhood because Hyde Street just doesn't miss. But I'm looking forward to Teen Titans Go because it's just fun. I know I'm going to end reading it with a large cheesy smile on my face. And probably also most looking forward to Captain America to see what this is. I know this is probably going to be the talk of the comic book sphere on X. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, but I may actually be one of the only few people that like it, if I do like it. And I totally see that. And that's just a good reminder. Don't like something because everyone else likes it. And don't shy away from what you like because no one else likes it. If you were the only person that enjoyed a book, hey, that's fine. Sorry, it's not going to go any further. But enjoy the things that you do. Don't get too wrapped up on how many other people enjoy something because it doesn't matter. If you like it, you like it. What makes you interesting is you. Your authenticity is what makes you interesting. So make sure that, you know, even if you're the only person, like Captain America would say, if everyone tells you to go left and you're supposed to go right, you go right. You stand your ground and you say, no, you're wrong. And if you like it, like it. If you don't like it, don't like it. Who cares what everyone else says? And of course, in 2025, you're pretty much guaranteed half the population is gonna like it, half the population is gonna hate it. So you're probably not alone anyways. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe for more comic book content, and I'll see you all in the next video. Adios.